in 1987, when I was 6 years old, we got a call from a friend of ours who was actually Rodney Dangerfield's manager. We just opened in Orlando. Showtime and Universal were both coming to town. Universal was opening up all the attractions, and at that time, comics were getting a lot of jobs, because if you couldn't get a TV job in LA or New York, now Orlando became the third option. My original group of comics, where it would have been, in almost every other case, to be a bunch of unknown people, they were Scott Thompson, who became Carrot Top, Dan Whitney, who became Larry the Cable Guy, Billy Gardell from CBS, and Darrell Hammond, who's been on SNL for over 30 years. They were just the local guys, and they all became famous at the same time because of this coincidence. So what happens for me is I got a call from Showtime, and they say, we want to do a series of comedy specials for a new channel that we're starting called the Showtime Comedy Club Network. And we want to shoot at your club, because then we can edit it Universal, blah, 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 just in the right place at the right time, as they say. So that blows up, and that channel eventually becomes Comedy Central. All that content ends up for maybe 10 years on Comedy Central. So we're getting phone calls every day, this little local comedy club in Orlando. Hey, we saw you guys on Showtime. How do we get a Bonkerz up here in Valdosta, Georgia? And then it just ran from there. We open up in Vegas. I'm getting on a plane, going back to visit my family, and across from me I see Louis Anderson. And I've known him for years, but we haven't worked together in years, and we both just happen to be getting on the same flight. We get into this big conversation about how he really wants his own theater. He's in a different location right now, but he has to share space with other shows. And could I do anything for him? And it happened that I could. So we put together the Louis Anderson live show at Palace Station, and I became his producer at that point and stayed his producer all the way until, unfortunately, he passed away a few months ago. He was a wonderful person, as nice and warm as he seemed on TV or in Coming to America. That was really him. He just became a really, really close friend. He was a great person, and the best thing that ever happened to me in the business. Come and see us. Okay. You'll have a good time.